Please eat this or Mr. Jeon will call me and sometimes I'll be fired from my job. I'm not hungry, so how do I eat? That's a lie. Even last night you didn't eat. Are you still not hungry? Can I ask you something, Auntie? You asked looking into the food that was being served without looking at her face. Why are you asking that? Ask whatever you want. Do you have love for me other than what you show me in fear of him? Your words made her heart flutter, and she saw you trying to wipe the tears on the corner of your eyes without her saying it. What makes you feel like that now? Because I don't feel like I'm dating anyone's love. My mom told me that from now on my husband will decide all my affairs and have authority over me and love and care for me. But I think it's all fake. It's nothing like that. It's all your no. If he loved me, he should have done all the things you are doing. How can it be love if he pay you to look after me? She was surprised to see you speaking maturely for the first time since coming to that house. Loneliness makes us think about ourselves one by one and makes us realize many things. But again, I will say these are your misconceptions. I started seeing him since he was 15 and I know him more than his mother. He has also experienced a lot of loneliness due to his parents' busy schedules, and someone like that will never put you in such a situation. Everyone has work and busy schedule, but in the meantime, it is not difficult to spare some time for loved ones. But it only makes sense if they have a loved one with them. So maybe that's why I feel different here. If he asks, just say I ate. Never say I didn't. I will never open up so you have nothing to fear about your job. You went to your room without eating a single bite, and she could only watch it helplessly. If such a meeting had to be convened after the mission, all the morons sitting here would understand why. Only those who can still stand with me without mistakes are enough. Those who don't must either evacuate themselves or die by my hand later. We have brought everything into action as we planned, but my strong suspicion is that someone is cheating us out of the group. Today's attack was in such a way that they knew our every move in advance. I know for sure he is in the hall listening to me, and he must give up the wish that he may live long. 2 days. I'll give 2 days to find him. Is that clear, Mr. Zhao? Yes, sir. Meeting disposed. After everyone left, he took his phone and turned it on and saw your smiling face on his wallpaper. After seeing your face, even he forgot that he was so angry to kill someone for so long. I don't know how I managed without seeing you for so many days. I'm coming to you, beautiful little girl. You were tossing and turning in the bed because of the discomfort in your stomach. At first, you thought it was because of not eating properly. There was a small notepad where you wrote the date of your period every month. After the next 28 days, you will have your period exactly. Thus, you find out the source of the discomfort. This alone has always been with me and has never made a mistake in my life since we ever met. But please come without pain this time, dear periods. You know, there is no one to comfort me and cuddle me to sleep. You said, patting your stomach gently, and hesitantly went to the bathroom to put on a sanitary pad. When he came home after days away without a burning desire to see you, he was greeted by emptiness. He used to sit in the hall and watch some program on TV. He would at least hear a question about how the day was today. He walked in slowly and sat on the couch he used to sit, and the maid gave him a glass of water. Did she sleep early? As the silence lengthened, he raised his head and looked into her face. I asked you something. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think Mrs. Jeon will sleep today. Dissatisfied with her expressions and speech, he immediately got up from there. Can't sleep? What happened? Is she sick? She's not physically sick, but her mind is, Mr. Jeon. Should I remind you that I like to hear things clearly and concisely? Mrs. Jeon is starting to feel like she's alone. I also felt it was true when she told me that the person who should be giving love to her is not giving it. I'm paid to look after her affairs, but today I couldn't make her eat. Even if you fire me, I can't bear to see that child's hurt. She wants love and she will appreciate it if you give it directly. Her heart is yearning for you, Mr. John. Mrs. Choi, who had bowed her head fearing that she would hear any scolding for speaking in such an admonishing manner to him, was surprised to see him run up the stairs with lightning speed into the room. Meanwhile, beyond your request, the pain in your abdomen had started to eat you away. I miss you, Mom. These were the only words that came out of you in the midst of that whining. Your eyes filled with tears at the memories of mother bringing you hot bags for your period pains and gently patting your stomach to lull you to sleep. You still grieve those cuddles, but you keep it in your mind that no one is going to do it. You used to have heavy flow in the first days we soaked your bed really quick. You still felt the same, so you reluctantly got up and started walking to the bathroom. But sensing a presence at the door, you turned around only to see him staring at you. But he didn't get the smile you usually give him. Instead, he noticed your body was very withered. But you ignored his gaze and went to the bathroom. He is very upset that he got the response he never got, but he is not justifying his part, and he can never justify when it comes to you. He stayed there waiting for you to come out, and you didn't even look at him when you came out and went to the bed and curled up facing his opposite side. But since he came from outside, he thought that he would go and freshen up and spend some time with you, to know your worries and to solve them as the best as he can. After applying the hair gel, he wiped his hands with a tissue paper and rolled it up and was about to put in the waste bin. But something already rolled up in it caught his attention. The thing that made him aware of your discomfort without asking you. He came out and went to the kitchen and came back to the room with a box in his hand and smiled at your curled up figure before heading towards you to the bed. He came close to you and softly called your name. Why? You responded by raising your head only and looking at his face. This is handmade chocolate made according to your choice. Eat it. You looked at the box extended towards you and slowly sat on the bed, but there was no happiness on your face. Does your stomach hurt? You looked at him blankly because you hadn't even told the maid below about this yet. Don't overthink. I know. Eat this chocolate. Isn't it the job of the maid here to make me eat something? He surrendered to that question of yours, and there are many things behind it that he's sure you don't understand, or maybe that too is sometimes his misunderstanding. Without giving him time to recover from the impact of that question, you put the next question in front of him. You don't love me, right? I will never be a favorite, will I? His eyes filled with tears when he heard that question from you, whom he wanted to protect even at the cost of his life. I am still not a small child to be appeased with chocolate. At least I am old enough to know if someone has love for me. I'll often have this pain, and I wanted to ask you for a hug, for a cuddle, because that's how my mom cared for me. But I was afraid to ask you even that because if you reject me, I should bear that pain too. I would never have hesitated if it was someone I was sure would love me. But instead of an excuse with words, you got his warmth with a crying hug. I feel more pain than someone burning me alive when you say I don't love you. I love you, Ryan. Those three words have my life in them. Even though it was the first time you shared a moment with him like this, your mind and body accepted it. Every teardrop of him sheltering on your shoulder made you do it. I don't know how to explain it to you. I never wanted to marry a girl who was too immature, even if it was for business purposes. But your face, your innocent face, that smile, that twinkling eyes, that was enough for me to fall for you 1,000 times. But I didn't want it to trouble you in front of my selfishness. I thought that I should give you some space. If you wanted to, I would have backed out of this marriage because of your age. But I have come this far out of selfishness to honor you. I love you so much. You are the only one I love. I apologize. I didn't realize I was causing you so much pain. I'm really sorry, Angel. The blush that spread across your cheeks didn't go unnoticed by him. You did this for a reason, so you don't need to apologize to me. And what? I have something to say. Say it while I have devoted a whole life to you to listen to whatever you have to say. I like you a lot. That's why it hurt me so much when you distanced yourself from me. He held you forward and kissed your forehead. I feel complete, man. I feel very blessed to have received what I wanted. Don't you want cuddles? You got excited and nodded your head multiple times with a bright smile to which he let out a deep sigh. God, her cuteness is driving me crazy. Don't wake me up beyond your limit, Ryan. I know what you're thinking right now. But what? In all dramas, couples say they will cuddle each other. After a while, you'll see both of them lying naked under dress. Isn't that what you're thinking? You are not a little girl like I thought.